Okay, so this is part 3. I am doing these readings late. It's almost 10 o'clock. It just turned 10 o'clock on November 30th. I'm going to try to get this in so I can officially call it full moon reading. It is full moon. It'll go through, I mean, as I've said before through all my readings, I think the energies that we're feeling have been moving, you know, they're just kind of building, and there's just so much that's at play right now that any reading I think that you listen to from any reader is going to have relevance no matter when you watch it, particularly through 2020 and into 2021. I'll just say that. Okay. But what do I know? Trust your intuition. Okay. It's late. My throat is getting more and more sore as we move on. Please refer back to part 1 in this series for your North Nodes, because at the beginning of part 1, I did the collective reading, which has a lot of information. In Aries North Node, if I didn't make it clear in the first part of the intro, I have had so many problems with doing this reading with the energy of the cards and with the computer. The computer completely like eclipsed out 30 minutes worth of video. And your reading, I started off with you, and your reading was basically eclipsed out. So take that as a message, part of a message. But there's a little bonus part in part 2, and the actual reading for you to listen to will be at the very end of this video. So check your timestamps. Okay, so I'm moving into, is it Capricorn right now? Yeah. So we're going to move into, excuse me for that, Capricorn, and I'll be right back. Capricorn North Node. Okay, Capricorn North Node. I do hope that you refer to the collective reading, because I really don't want to go through this explanation, but your reading is no different. The energy here, it seems to be chaotic, fast, all over the place in some ways. I mean, change and transformation is here for everyone. And if it's here for everyone, that means it's here for each one of us, right? So, I'm so intrigued at what's happening and what's been coming out. Okay, so if you apply the collective reading to your reading, you're going to have much more understanding of what I'm talking about. If not, this can stand alone, I suppose. So what's the situation here for the full moon? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. This is a queen who is she's very much like the Empress. She understands her ability to manifest, to create, to build, to bring into her world that which she wants, and what she has, she is very grateful for, and because of that, she is able to keep that energy moving, that abundant energy, right? Where attention goes, energy flows, right? And so I believe she knows that. This is the queen that really gets that. It's not about like magic and mystery and, it's really just, I'm here and I create and I appreciate what I create. There can be a tendency for her to be so focused on that sense and need for stability that no, I don't think I've ever said this before, but I'm saying it now, that she maybe is less likely to move into looking at, sort of the mystery and the magic. That's what I'm getting for right now. I don't think I've ever said that before or came to that conclusion, but as I look at her, throne there, I do see the bull. I think it's the bull. Maybe it's the goat. I can't see really well. Either way, there's an angel above her. Either way, it can be very fixed and stubborn, right? And those animals, anyway. So go back to your reading, look at inner child, codependency issues, and see if kind of this situation is applying to you. Are you feeling abundant and grateful for what you have? Do you know that you're capable of creating that which you want? Are you on the dark side of that? Are you too fixed in, I want what I want when I want it, or too fixed down in like what is in front of me as opposed to what could be happening out here from a higher level that I could be also appreciating? And so there's that. All right. So in the action position, you also had a bunch of cards come out. I've had to just stop fighting that because that's the energy right now. I think we're all getting inundated with just kind of a lot. It may seem to come out of the blue, it may not. It may just be stuff that we are needing to deal with kind of as we push through into the new year, or as we are approaching the new moon on the 15th, and then the solstice on the 21st. So, what can I say? On the surface, these cards can look pretty scary, okay? Let's take them one at a time and wait for the process and the story to unfold as we move through all the other cards. But I'm going to show you what I see in the action position. Okay. So it looks to me like you have been blessed with some new information, insight, enlightenment that may have put the final sword in the back. Like it may have illuminated something or required you to accept something that you may not have wanted, that you may not have wanted to acknowledge, see, know, accept. And that's okay, right? I mean, there's staying in denial is not helpful. Staying in denial can be a choice. Also, not having all of the information prevents you from making a choice that is good for you, okay? But it looks to me like something came in. This is the hand of God. This is spirit that illuminated something that moved you into this place, okay? And it came time. So we've got card of the death card is Scorpio. And then the Queen of Cups, when I'm looking at it, it looks like this. Okay. So we've got a Scorpio card, and then she can be Cancer. I also see her with a lot of Scorpio energy, right? She's intense. Cancers are intense when it comes to their emotions, right? And it's followed up by the devil energy. Saturn or Capricorn, you. Okay? Different ways to look at this. The way I'm going to look at it to deliver to you is if you will accept the transformative power of Scorpio energy, of letting death come. We experience the death every day when the sun sets. The death of a day and the beginning of a new day. And somewhere else, it's the beginning of a day, right? And our beginning of a day is the death of their day. So if you can accept death, loss, from whatever this is, and you set your intentions intentionally, become very clear, very, very clear on what it is that you want in this cup. this cup that is so extremely important to her. These two queens. She's focused on what she manifests in the real world. And she focuses on what feels right, what feels good, what feels and fills her heart. You put those two queen energies together, right? And you build Capricorn North Node from that. Not from emotionality, not from being swept away by emotions or trying to will the loss or change or transformation like away from you. Build in the way that only Capricorn can. Capricorn understands the definitely understands like the sort of the pleasures of life and can be very hedonistic and more is more. But I think Capricorn also understands like we've got a limited amount of time and they're fully capable of saying, so hey, let's go, let's play, let's enjoy it while we have it. Because I think they kind of understand, some of the ironies of life. If you've ever been around a Capricorn, they're hilarious. And whatever they set their mind to create, and it's going to be what they set their mind to create, they will create. Don't tell them what to do, right? Okay, so set your intentions to manifest from your heart and accept. Don't push back when change or the passing away of something is approaching you, okay? So the potential outcome here is we got the Two of Wands. Okay, so what do I want to create? What do I want to put out in the world? Oh, by the way, this can be, toxic energy, right? Like this can represent, codependency, addictions, being too focused on control and control of the mundane, of the world, of the material, excess, that kind of thing. I think that energy exists within all of us, but if we harness it, if we harness that shadow and use it for our highest self, our highest good, it doesn't become so toxic. It doesn't become dependent. It doesn't become solely ruled by, you know, what I have, you know, all the stuff. It just doesn't. Sorry, I'm looking at all the other cards, so it's kind of just interesting. So the potential outcome then, to really work with all of the positive sides of that Capricornian, Saturnian, devil energy, is to quickly, one potential is to put out into the world what it is that you want. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to be known for? What oops, put it this way. Are you willing to accept? So what I see right here, it's not necessarily evident, but I see here's 11, Justice card, and here's 11. Okay, the Two of Wands forming this 2, right? It's kind of 11, but it's like the fire, okay, the life force, and it's the Justice Arcana. It's kind of very karmic in a way. It's justice is blind. You know, the consequences of my actions are what I have to work with in the present. It doesn't necessarily seem fair, but justice doesn't do the like feelings thing. It's swords, it's air, he doesn't do that. It's like, well, you know, what's the saying? A then B. I mean, you know, it's not a great puzzle. You know, there's consequences to our choices. And this is it. This is the consequence. So whatever happened here, it's a leveling out potentially of karma or of choices that you've made. And now in the present, as karma justice is playing out, now what do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with your next new now? What do you want to do with your next new opportunity? Rather than looking back, right? Rather than, you know, oh, woe is me. And being so stuck. And then coming in towards these two is this Knight of Swords energy. So there is a potential that what it is that you want to put out there in the world, that you want to do with your life, it could be you that decides like, well then hell yeah, like whatever happened here, and I'm so done and I'm letting it move on, I'm going for it, full steam ahead. Right? Or it could be So sorry, having throat problems. Or it could be that someone is not happy and maybe charging in towards you with some very Mars angry energy. It could be also that got the King of Wands, right? Boom. He's kind of holding back. He's a king. He's not, as impulsive as like the Knight of Wands would be. But at the bottom of the deck, he's also looking in this direction and restraining himself. So I don't know what you want to put out there in the world, but there could be some sense of feeling that it's, moving very quickly. And yet you need to restrain yourself. You need to hold back. Or it could be that you're wanting things to move forward very quickly, and the King of Wands energy is saying, no, like, hold back, don't be so impulsive. This isn't very comfortable for me. I'd like to like really run forward, but this is, we don't want to do it. We don't want to do that. We don't want to act impetuously or impulsively. Okay. So then I asked, what should Capricorn North Node focus on? And we've got another combo here of swords, 2 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Refusing to see in darkest fears, making up 11 again. Okay, so remember, justice is 11. For me, I saw there's an 11 here because the 1 and the 10 together. So what to focus on? Be aware of what's going on from a higher perspective than what it may seem to be, here on, I don't say on Earth. I mean, that's just, but what it may appear to be, see if you can utilize that Aquarian energy that's from the collective reading to detach, recognize if there are certain things that you're denying because of your fears from your inner child who doesn't want to know certain things, who doesn't want to feel certain things. Become aware of that as a potential tendency that can keep you stuck and that can keep you needing to have 10 swords before you move on. Okay. Be aware of that. Because this is the thing. The 9 of Swords is all about anxiety, worry, nightmares, staying up all night, can't stop thinking about it, right? And it takes just that one more sword to put us, stick the final stake. So be aware. What choices did I make to not see? Okay. What to let go of Oh, you know what? I didn't get it. I didn't do a final block. Well, I'll do that. What to let go of. Got it again. 15 and 15, okay? It's the devil card. What is keeping your highest self trapped? What is keeping your heart from breaking free? Capricorn North Node, you got the Master, you got number 13. So let me pull that out. There you go. 2 13s, okay? The Death card, let it go. And joy and stability. Okay. So what I want to say is let go of the imprisonment of having to have everything stable all the time to give you a sense of safety, security, that you cannot allow things that are dead, things that have moved on, things that are needing to move on, to move on. So that you really are free to find this again. Let go. Okay. Let's see what a potential block is. I didn't draw that card for you. What is a potential block for Capricorn North Node? Potential block. I think we've already... See, that's how the cards have been coming out for the last 2 days, and there's no way to figure out what card to take. It's a nightmare mess. Use one card. Okay, we're going with that. Thank you. Base chakra. This fear of safety, of needing to feel safe, secure, tribal issues, you know, kind of family type things, belonging. It's your base or your root chakra. So this is what is keeping you stuck, is the obstacle, potential obstacle. Okay. Can have to do with trauma. Can have to do with sexuality that is beyond, or that is not necessarily related to relationship partnership. Okay. Okay. And your animal spirit messages. You got seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Okay, a rebirth is assured. What is death if not the promise of rebirth? But you have to let it come. Spider spirit in reverse, or in the protection message, make your dreams real. Fox spirit, think on your feet. And armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these. I'm going to read bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. After something has run its course and died, or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn, and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. That spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. For the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in the new, amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith in your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. That spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. That spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found, and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. That spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Okay, Capricorn, be well. Okay, Aquarius, North Node. Well, I definitely want you to refer to the collective reading because I am not going to repeat this. And I think that your cards that have come out really are going to refer back to that, which is really about stepping in to your next level and maybe needing to do that without all of the answers present. But the situation for you that came out was your card, the star represents Aquarius, and alongside the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. And so it seems like to me, or what's coming to me, is that this may be the time for you to really step into your power as someone who is here to bring hope, help, and healing through your work. And maybe right now, the work might be on you doing healing work for yourself, or maybe studying to do healing work for your community, or to even Aquarius, to even be inventive or novel in your approach to your work, in your study. Just kind of had a blip. If you are wanting to do something in your line of work that feels different, unique, sort of in rebellion to either, you know, what has been done before or what you have done before, I think it's important that you really harness and trust in yourself as coming into your own, and trusting that this is, you know, you're protected and part of all that is under the cosmos. So there's really nothing to fear if you want to start down another path or another study or do something different, or, you know, in anything I just said. Okay. So what are the action steps to take? So again, bunch of cards coming out. We got the King of Swords. Okay. The Nine of Swords. Strength. Page of Wands. And then King of Wands. Okay. All right. You may be going back and forth from an attitude of this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and be very detached from what anyone else says or what anyone else has done in the past, to worry. Can I do this? Should I do this? Will it be received? How will it be received? What will people think? Will it do any good? Can I do it? And well, a certain degree of angst in starting something new and pushing something new forward, that kind of fear is going back to this energy here that I talked about in the intro. Healing that inner child, listening to that inner child, understanding what the limiting beliefs are, and the need for people pleasing and, you know, validation and all of that. And so I think, you know, you move from kind of like this detached mental energy into the fire energy. Cold and blue, action, solar plexus, gold, right? And I mean, look at that. Look at that gold star. What sticks out to you? Yes, there's the image of the water, but that star, that giant sun, right? So harness and integrate any fears that you have, any Any, what do I want to say? Even any sort of, if you have any impulsive tendencies, this person is not impulsive. This person is very deliberate, very measured, very sort of, the word isn't monotonous, but disciplined in their work. They're not like, I want to do this, I'm going for it, and I don't care what it. That's not what's happening. But if there is any of that fear or energy within you, a tendency to kind of want to just go for it and, F everybody and sometimes when we're in this space of worry, suddenly we'll just like be like, oh, throw it in the fuck bucket. Well, I don't know if I can say that, but I just did. Throw it in there and just go for it. And there's no real practical plan. This guy's a practical planner. Puts ideas into a logical, streamlined, based in wisdom plan. So I think you're going to have to, because you're moving back and forth in those energies, you're really going to have to utilize your inner strength and be very intentional on what it is that you want to create and manifest, what it is that you want to do. And it might be very foreign. I mean, look, this guy's out in the foreign lands. It might feel very foreign. It might feel like it's an idea for a global community even. Okay. But, the in between or bookending those other three cards are these two kings. Measured, practical, logical, right? Entrepreneurial, passionate, a leader, expansive minded, yet, and not, he's like a creator, but he's not, an impulsive, out of control person. Like he's waiting, he knows. It's like, who does this? Like a hawk, right? They know when to move in. Okay. And potential outcome is healing and being with your inner child. A potential outcome is returning to your childhood, nostalgia, childhood friends, friendships, past life. This could be connected to, past life. We can do quantum physics and say, it's all right now. But even healing for me, I just see this a lot of times as, kind of really you being there for your inner child and offering that comfort, friendship, compassion, and thus, healing and self-love. Because you may have, I needed to get a clarifier, you may have felt that you were very alone and you may need to be your own best friend for a while, and, it's inventors. I mean, just think about it. You've got to be so creative that you're coming up with something like out of nothing, and it's never been done before. It's never been seen before. And you're supposed to be the one that is, or you think it up, if you're the only one that believes in it, you're designing it, implementing it, financing it. I mean, what does, that can feel very alone. We all know the great achievements of the world. These people were very on their own, and even like persecuted. So at whatever level you're at, just know that I think what it seems to be saying is know that you're coming into yourself, your north node. I mean, Aquarius north node. Hi Aquarius, here I am. Okay, it is so late, I'm starting to lose it. Sorry for the, I'm not sorry. Okay, so the, what happened here? Okay, so what to focus on? Okay. You may be alone, but you don't have to be alone. If you need to reach out for help, ask for help. You know, seek mentors, consultation, collaboration, okay? And be patient, trust in the process. Take this energy of your ideas, your may even be coming from like some place that you don't even know. Like it's just like this kind of thing that comes upon you, like from a spiritual place, from a higher place, and you're like, wow, where did I come up with that? And you have to be patient with the process, even your own process, to figure out, well, how do I bring it from, you know, this higher, this just kind of odd idea that came to me, how do I bring it down here? And maybe even how do I take something that I want, that I know I can create, and how do I take it back up to a higher level to help, you know, the community, to help the greater good? How can we take this thing and make it work for all? And be patient with that process, okay? What to let go of. You got the 3 of Wands, which is very interesting to me, because to me that it's kind of just like exactly what I just said, of what to focus on. But this says take the lead, okay? And this one says seek the truth, which is 7 of Swords. For me, okay, let me just say this card has come up like a lot in this series of readings. A lot of these cards have. Let go of the need to get any more information. Of having this mental gymnastics in your head of, you know, do I know enough? Is this okay? Is that okay? I mean, I know this is a card of, you know, sort of deception and looking deeper, and it could, but I just feel like if this is the card of letting go, I don't think you need to look any further, any deeper. Go for it. Go for it. But it's a 3 of letting go versus the 3 of focusing on. One is, you know, Wands energy. This is you doing this on your own from an, you know, a passionate idea kind of space. And this is manifesting it with others, collaborating. How do I bring it from up here down to earth to help others? So get out of your head in the thinking space, get it down on, you know, on the planet, okay? And the potential block is clarity of belief. Do you believe in yourself? Do you trust in the inspiration and you being this very inventive, unique, it's too late for me to think of words. Do you trust yourself that these ideas, even though they're so unique and novel, they are a part of who you are and why you're here? Can you trust that your ideas can be manifested? If you don't, you need to trust that and check into, you know, are any of these energies over here holding you back? And your animal spirit cards are vulture spirit in the protection position, so it was upside down. Okay, vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Okay, vultures eat death, right? They eat the carcasses. They waste nothing. They're very inventive and resourceful. And 20, dolphin spirit, this and that are true. I'm having a hard time deciding which one to read, so we might have to just get into both of these, even though very late in time. 63. Do you wish you could run away from your past or deny your mistakes? Not so fast, as vulture spirit. You've gained something valuable from the experience. Let your grief or anger move through you, and soon your emotions will transform, for you will come to see that you have learned and grown. The alchemy of transformation is a gift from spirit, so never disown what embarrassed, disappointed, or shamed you. It will soon be a source of great wisdom and strength as you work with the magic that allows miracles to be created out of sadness and beauty to arise from ugliness. Vulture spirit wants you to know that you embody beauty, and the alchemical transformation of the past is happening already. Hang in there. You're so loved, and so much beauty is waiting to come out of this. So maybe you are in a, working on healing yourself. Okay, and healing yourself first. And dolphin spirit, 20. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit, both this and that. True truths coexist, the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear. Within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect on what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both good and sorrow. Both joy and sorrow. No relationship is either all good or all bad, and people have qualities of both light and shadow. Focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. Dolphin spirit calls for you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join dolphin spirit in acknowledging and affirming the blessings present in this moment? You are at a place right now where your past self is still present as you move toward the new you are becoming. Find solace in this between time. Today is not a day to choose one over another either, but rather to accept things as they are without judgment or resistance. Even in matters of the heart, duality is present. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and see things as a whole. Okay, so it seems like a little somewhat connected. I don't honestly remember everything that I was saying in your reading, but be blessed, Aquarius North Node. And Thank you for being here. Well, Pisces, North Node, I have to say that you are one of many whose own card came out in the situation's position. So, very interesting. Refer back to the part 1 of this series and listen to the collective reading, if not the intro and the collective reading. There's a lot of information there. So I ask, well, what is the situation about for Pisces North Node? Bam! The Hanged Man. Pisces, your card, right? Can be seen as martyrdom. But also, you know, he's this being is kind of just hanging there, waiting for enlightenment, waiting for something, change of perspective, waiting for whatever it is that Pisces thinks Pisces needs in order to move forward and take action, to have more more clarity. And I almost think it's almost like, can I get permission? If I have enough information or clarity or enlightenment, I can have permission, because then I'm good. It's okay, right? And what to do? Bam, this girl comes in. She is very clear. She's not waiting. Her truth is the truth. And she's going to cut you down from the tree that you're hanging on. Like, we're not going to wait for something to come down, you know, float around and the unicorn to fly by and, you know, wait for signs and synchronicities. We're not doing that this time. She is more willing to act and speak on her behalf because I'm not saying she's not intuitive, but because she has experiences that tell her no longer do I have to wait for anyone to give me permission for anything. Even spirit, even synchronicities, even butterflies, even, you know, like the hope. Like, I'm just going to do me. And I know what I know. I know what I know. And that's enough for me. So here's my truth. Here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to trust and have faith but I'm not asking permission. No. Cutting myself down from the tree, or from any limiting beliefs or any sense that I have to, you know, I'm this martyr. I don't have time for that. Got things to do, right? And the potential outcome, okay. So what if I've got things to do, where do I put it? Where do I do it? What is it that I want? Again, another card. These cards have just come up over and over and over again today. or over the last 2 days. You know, this person has manifested something, an idea, something in their life, and now they want to put it out there, put it out into the world, maybe be known for it, maybe express it globally over the internet, move out bigger, you know, and they're setting those intentions. I have the whole world in my hands, so what can I do with it? Okay. So what to focus on? Believe and succeed. Victory card, right? If I've had any internal conflict, I can let that go. No need to hang around anymore. Because I do know my truth. I do know, based on my experiences, that I am a leader. I am capable. I am going to move forward, believing in myself and in my leadership abilities and in my ability to navigate through to whatever I want to, whatever I need to. I am led by spirit, even though I don't necessarily need to wait around for like another sign or synchronicity. Like I know what I'm doing, right? What to let go of. 7 would be like the Chariot card, and it says move here, and 2, High Priestess. The picture of the Chariot card and the Rider-Waite, this is a person who has reached the end of one level of the major arcana, and they are a spiritual warrior. You know, they're someone who has gone through like one type of understanding of life, and they're ready to move into the next, but they've just kind of run through the city, and they're kind of stopped and paused, and they're deciding now, well, which way do I want to drive my chariot? Which way do I go? Right? And so the Chariot is kind of there. And the warrior, because he's had so much success, he knows that he is the driver of the chariot. And so all he has to do is say this way or that way, right? And then, of course, the High Priestess, right? This is about, you know, utilizing your intuition. The way I'm reading this is, again, let go of that. Move. Just go. Like you're going to have to epitomize this energy that we're in right now, which is move when the spirit hits you, and don't wait around for these confirmations that maybe you're used to getting, the signs and synchronicities that, you know, Pisces is used to getting. I think none of us are really I don't know, but maybe there's some because I'm getting a lot, but there's still a lot that we will not know, and we still have to just act. So if you're in any way, shape, or form knowing that you want to move in a certain direction, or that you are something needs to happen for you, or you want to happen for something, just go happen it, right? Just make it happen. And don't, you don't have to have some big spiritual download for that to happen. And a potential block is, we got Blossom, which is the same as the Judgment card, resurrecting, having a new beginning and a rebirth, and Seven of Pentacles. Seven for me always represents potential. It's the potential of, after having reached a certain level, like, okay, so now what am I going to do with that? Actually, see, 7 and 7. Okay, so now what am I going to do with all that I have learned so far? What am I going to do with all that I have created so far? What am I going to do with it? Is this enough? Do I stop and abandon this particular project? Is it enough where it is? Or do I take it and build on it and grow even further? What do I do with this? And so this kind of like hanging around, waiting, pause energy might be blocking you, waiting for some big moment. Like, it could be holding you back. But let's see. Your animal spirit messages: groundhog spirit, time to let go. Cute. So cute. And chameleon spirit, act as if. Ooh, I think we need to read both of these. Interesting. 31. Endings lead to beginnings, and death is a part of life. So groundhog spirit is here to let you know that it's time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs space to arrive so growth can occur. When groundhog spirit appears, it is a sign there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of, so that something new can be born, something that will far better serve you now. When the groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den. So too might you yearn for a little more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. See? No. However, change is coming, and it is good, so let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever. See, she's detached. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. Spirit is already sending it your way. And 14, chameleon spirit. So 1 and 4 is 5. So again, change energy here. Chameleon spirit shares her gift with you today to prepare you for changes that will greatly benefit you. Outer conditions are changing, and you're required to come into harmony with them so you can co-create your greatest dream. Feeling sensitive? Good, because that will come in handy, enabling you to determine how best to adapt to your environment and the people in it, while at the same time maintaining your integrity and inner equilibrium. Even if you feel like you're in uncharted territory, chameleon spirit has complete faith in your ability to fit in and learn the lay of the land, adapting as necessary. This is a fortunate time to act as if and do as others do until the new ways feel familiar and completely natural. Life is offering you a great lesson now. Adapting isn't about losing yourself. It's about learning how to dance with others. Okay. I'm sorry, there was a second there that I was thinking back to the Aquarius North Node reading, adapting, dancing with others. Okay. All right, Pisces North Node, be well, and thank you. Wow. Oh my God. Aries North Node, brothers and sisters. Wow. Okay. First, let me say, I already did our reading, and most of it was beeped out, or not beeped out, like bleeped out. The whole computer shut down. So if you didn't watch my intro, go back to the intro and the collective reading, and then on part 2 is a bonus snippet of what remained of that first reading. I don't even remember what it was, because when I went back to get the original video, the entire video was like gone, and it said something like irretrievable or inaccessible or something. I don't know what happened to it. It was the weirdest thing. It's never happened to me before. Okay, so I am dying. All of these readings have been remarkable in that the cards were repetitive, and they were showing up multiple times. Didn't matter what deck, throughout all of the different signs, and then within actual readings, cards were multiplying. We're no different. So looks like what this is about is, yes, change, right? 5 is the card of change and potential conflict. Okay. Please go back and get the message from the collective. So there could be some type of a conflict that has happened. It could be coming in, because, like I said, we've got this kind of eclipse energy, like a penumbral eclipse right now, or through this full moon energy. The eclipse thingy already happened, but then a new moon full eclipse, I think it's on the 14th and the 15th of December. So there's just lots of chaotic energy. Like I said, during our reading is when the computer just went out, and I was like, what? So the meaning I'm taking is it was very eclipsed. Like that was part of the message. Like something is just going to be like, boop, done, gone, bye. Where'd you go? Okay. So that could be kind of what this energy is. Now, in the what to do or action, the possible action step to take is the Knight of Cups. And so I'm reading it as make a gesture. If you care about this relationship, if you care about this situation, if it really means something, even if it's not something that you want to maintain or keep in your life, it's okay to make a gesture of at the bottom of the deck of the main reading was keep love in the equation, or bring love into the situation. Make the first move, be bold and make the first move. So it's okay to say, hey, now this isn't working out for me anymore, but to do it in a kind, loving manner, or to say, I forgive you, or to say, I am sorry for my part in this, right? And I don't think that anything necessarily here, well, there could be an ending. It could be, okay, the bottom of the deck is the World card. So there is something that is coming to completion. What that is going to be different for everyone, right? But it could be, just your own way of dealing with relationships. And again, referring back to these two cards. So make the gesture. Okay, this isn't falling in love. This isn't getting married. This is an offer, a gesture. Okay, with the heart leading the way. Okay, kindness, let me say, or even compassion. It's not deep necessarily. It's just an expression. Okay, and then the potential outcome is the Magician, 10 of Cups, and 9 of Cups. I mean, what? Come on now. That's pretty cool. 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups, Magician. So the potential outcome is manifesting not only a sense of internal independent wishes fulfilled, dreams fulfilled, dreams manifested, not only that on your own, but with potentially the whole kit and caboodle. The family, the 2.5, the dog, the white picket, right? Like me, independent, plus you, so 9. So the 9 of cups plus the 1 cup that you offer me, we're not codependent, is the 10. Now, at the same time, because, for me, because the 10 came before the 9, it could be that there is an ending done with love from the family, from the we to the me. Usually there are, well, I guess we do have this conflict card here, but usually I see a little bit more like sense of pain and suffering in those kinds of situations. That is a possibility. I'm not seeing it anywhere except for this one conflict card. But you know, if this works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. What to focus on? I mean, come on. 10. This is also the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay. Expansion. Sagittarian, Jupiterian energy. In the flow. Okay. The flow of life. One thing ends and a new thing begins. And one thing ends and a new thing begins. Right? And once again, Magician and manifest. Focus on being in your flow, being in the flow of life. The wheel is always turning. It's time for expansion for Aries North Node. And use this energy to create and manifest your dreams. And if your dreams include 2.5, the dog, the cat, the picket fence, well, maybe it's time. But focus on that. Set your intentions. What to let go of. So it's so funny, right? So Here's an 11, and here's an 11. Karmic opportunity. Focus on this and let go of this. This is the Justice card. Maybe there was a divorce, okay? But for me, this is really about learning to detach from, you know, the right, the wrong, blaming, ego. Is this fair or not fair? Because justice is blind, and there are oftentimes things that are being balanced out by justice, and it can be legal, right? It can be mundane in the legal realm, but in terms of you know, consequences as a part of our own choices and actions, like justice plays out, right? And sometimes things don't seem fair. But we don't necessarily know what all is going on. If you believe in that sort of thing, that is being balanced out. So kind of detach from that need for one person to be, you know, right, wrong, judged, blamed, what is fair, what isn't fair. I'm sorry, I just went out of the reading and into paying attention to my own process of, but this, I have been working through some of this stuff actually, and I was kind of angry that I was like, why am I thinking of that again? Like, what? And yeah, that's interesting. I'm just realizing, like, whoa, this is talking to me. And the potential block, sorry, I need to come back. Okay. Okay. So we got another repeating 9. So wishes fulfilled, independent and on my own wishes and desires, self-fulfillment, and my financial, physical independence and success. Being independent and on your own could block that sense of safety, stability in being on your own when you get to that place where you feel the way this guy is feeling, right? On top of the world. Sometimes it is hard to decide to get back into, you know, do I want to manifest another, like, relationship? Do I want that? Do I want to give up my independence, my freedom? You know, that, so, and if it's financially based at all, we know how those things can block us from bringing in higher vibrations and connections. Okay. Oh, I just made sense. I'm practically delirious. What time is it here? Oh, almost made it. Okay. And the animal spirit, this is what I was laughing about. I just can't even believe the cards in the last 2 days. So we got crow spirit, co-create with spirit. Crows talk to me all the time. 17, that's an 8. Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. Okay, these two are in the protection position. And then bee spirit, Sweet results await. Well, there you go. And 7, right? So, wow. Wow. I mean, I think I've already spoken to co-creating. So we've got the manifestation card. Trust in divine detours. Look, sometimes we think we're going in one direction and then there is a detour. And with eclipse energy, many times that can happen. We think we're going in one direction and then, oops, we're not. And Bee Spirit, sweet results await. I think I want to read Bee Spirit, as you know, that speaks to my heart, little honeybee. I happen to be. All right. The Bee Spirit's message is that sweet rewards are on their way if you are willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. Bee Spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. What? Wow. Spirit is always producing honey. Miracles and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. Bee Spirit asks that your focus be on connectivity. Connectivity. Your body, heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget, when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential, you become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of Bee Spirit. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort, as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in the making of honey. Do you feel the presence of your helpers in the hidden realms, adding their energy to your creations? Magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Bee Spirit wants you to remember that your part in the divine partnership with the conscious universe is being rewarded, even if you can't see that yet, and ask that you share your good fortune as there's plenty of honey for all. Be a part of the larger whole, the force that brings forth all that is sweet and delightful. Well, all right. So, Aries North Node, be well and thank you.